Let me tell you something that no one else around you is saying because they're too scared to hurt your feelings. You're a father, a husband, a man who's supposed to protect, provide, be present. And right now, you're failing at that. Not because life is hard, but because you gave up on yourself. And worse, on them. Yeah, I said it. You're overweight, obese. You're walking toward an early death with a sandwich in one hand and excuses in the other. You think it's just your life on the line? Your kids are watching. Your wife is suffering. Every damn day, your kids are afraid to lose you. They won't say it out loud. Kids never do. But every time they hear you cough, every time they see you out of breath walking up the stairs, every time you pass on playing with them because you're tired, they wonder, will Daddy still be here when I'm older? Will he even see me graduate? And don't you dare tell me that doesn't break your heart, because if it doesn't, then this is worse than I thought. Your wife is living in silent panic. You think you're tired? You should see her, not just from running the house, not just from raising the kids, but from carrying your weight too, physically, emotionally, mentally. She doesn't sleep well. She Googles symptoms when you snore too loud. She worries every time you say, "My chest feels tight." She thinks about funerals when you say, "It's probably just heartburn." She is terrified and tired of pretending she's not. But she loves you too much to say all this out loud, so she cries in the shower and smiles at dinner. She prays you'll change, without her having to beg. This isn't about fat shaming. Let's get one thing clear. This isn't about how you look. It's about what your lifestyle is doing to your body and what that means for your family. High blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, early death. That's the list you're playing with every time you grab the soda instead of water. Every time you skip the walk and choose the couch. Every time you say, "I'll start Monday." But you never do. You're supposed to be the leader. You're the foundation of that home. And right now, that foundation is cracking. Not because you're evil, but because you're passive. You let food comfort you instead of facing your pain. You let laziness win instead of doing the hard things that count. You let your body go, and now your mind is following. But here's the truth. Real men don't run from the mirror. They fix what they see. You don't have time to wait. This isn't a movie. There's no dramatic music and no second take. You don't get to hit rock bottom and miraculously wake up in a hospital with a second chance. Sometimes there is no second chance. You collapse. You don't get up. Your kids grow up with, "My dad died too soon." Your wife becomes a widow before her time. And what's left? Old photos, regret, and the words, "He could have done something, but he didn't." But I work hard. I provide. Good. But providing money and shelter means nothing if your presence is temporary. They want you, alive, active, healthy, in the moment. They don't care about your paycheck if it comes with pills, pain, and panic attacks. They care about seeing you laugh, dance, run, and live. So, stop lying to yourself. I don't have time. Lie. You have time to scroll. You have time to snack. You have time for TV. I'm too tired. Of course you are. You're tired because your habits are killing your energy. It's too late for me. Let me tell you, it's too late when you're 6 feet under. Until then, you fight. Start small. Start now. You don't need a gym. You don't need a six-pack. You need momentum. Here's how. Wake up 30 minutes earlier and walk. Every single day. Replace one junk meal with real food, lean protein, veggies, water. Cut the soda. Cut the excuses. Use your kids as weights if you have to. They'd love it. Keep a photo of your family where you can see it. That's your why. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. Mindset. Check. You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just untrained. But you can train your body. You can train your mind. And more importantly, you can reclaim your life. Fix what's broken before it's too late. Be the man who fights back. Be the example your son looks up to. Be the partner your wife doesn't have to worry about. Be the father your kids brag about. Stop hiding behind comfort, because comfort is what's killing you. You want to be here for the first boyfriend your daughter brings home? You want to walk your son down the aisle? You want to retire with your wife and travel, laugh, love, then get serious? Today, no more starting over. You've started 100 times. You don't need to start again. You need to finish what you promised yourself you'd do. No more, I'll try. Say, I will. No more, someday. Say, day one. Final words. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because your life is worth fighting for. Because they need you. Your kids need your hugs. Your wife needs your strength. You need your damn dignity back. So get off the couch, put down the junk, and decide, right now, that you will not go out like this. You will rise. You will fight. You will win. Because that's what real men do. Want help getting started? Download the Fuel and Flex Guide today. 30 days of movement, meals, and mindset. Even if you've never done this before. No excuses, no fluff, just results.